Welcome to another edition of Strange New Adventures. I am your GM, Julian Brown, and I am joined by my faithful and weary travelers aboard the USS Challenger. We have our cast tonight. Simon playing both. Simon is going to do double duty tonight. He's going to be playing the Challenger's helmsman, Lieutenant Junior Grade Rashid Kamal, as well as still playing Dr. Viral. So double duty tonight for Simon, but that'll be interesting. It'll be fun. As always, we have Rebecca as Commander Xanthus Thravik. Yes, our first officer. Jesse's back as Lieutenant Zoe Hernandez, having fun with the Bryozoans. Our Betazoid ensign, played by Michael Ensign Tanan, is back. And K-Dub's Commander Chris is here. Lieutenant Commander Burke Vinjaxa, I believe we just left him on the planet. Everybody else is back on the ship. He's like, fuck you guys. And Fef is back as our faithful Commodore Xen. Definitely had some fun with our VIPs last session. Speaking of last session, previously on Strange New Adventures, as a piece of Cressida broke off from the main city, Commodore Xen, along with Commander Thravik, dared a risky rescue, flying a shuttle through atmospheric interference, debris, and more. On the platform, they were able to save 9 out of 10 survivors of the falling platform. Back on, I'm going to say platform a lot. Back on the main platform, rescue operations continued while we were introduced to City Administrator Damad and Dr. Urtoxa, each who had some demands. After being picked up by the Commodore aboard a shuttlecraft and brought back up the Challenger, Damad demands transporters be reallocated to retrieve the riches and valuables, as well as shipments of the mineral that is mined on Cressida, acelium or something along those lines. A lot of different things to pronounce in Incursion Point. Meanwhile, Urtoxa wants Xen to arm the pre-warp Kizomoans who live in the liquid layer of the planet Kizomic 6, who are being attacked now by the combined Bryozoan terror. They've all come together. Xen refuses both as we reach the final hour of the evacuation. The city of Cressida's fall comes to a conclusion as the crew of the Challenger races to save as many beings as they can. And we are now on scene 1, a monster on Main Street. We determined that there are 3 momentum left for the crew. As the GM, I have 3 threat to play around with if I so choose. Before I throw it to you guys, because you guys honestly are just going to figure this shit out on your own, but I want to clean up a little bit of the mess that we have on deck. So we left things a little crazy. There are shuttles with wounded all over the Challenger shuttle deck and cargo bay, and our VIPs have just been left stunned by Xen being like, fuck off, I have an evacuation to run. So I believe also Commander Xen in our last session, or Commodore Xen, gave Lieutenant Hernandez and Ensign Tanan 5 minutes to science the problem. We are going to get to that. Let's figure out this little bit of a mess on the deck. So first, a junior officer, a lieutenant, comes up to you, Commodore Xen, before you hurry to the bridge. Commodore, what would you like me to do with the administrator and the doctor? Quarters? The brig?
Airlock. We shall treat them with respect. And she will cast a death glare, like Janeway style death glare. Show them quarters.
Aye, sir. So the junior officer says, Administrator, Doctor, if you please, follow me. Do you want a security escort, or do you trust them?
A security escort, please.
You two, with me. All right, so the VIPs get shown to their quarters. Meanwhile, Dr. Viral, there are wounded everywhere, especially two civilians who are in critical condition, who were rescued off of that falling platform. the last we left you, I think I had you in sick bay. So again, I'll have another just officer. Dr. Viral to the cargo bay, to the shuttle bay. Dr. Viral to the cargo bay. And you can role play it from there. What do you do?
All right. So, I mean, this is taking me away from critical things in the sick bay already.
Well, you can come down to the cargo bay, or you could be like, send some medics if you want, but they're like critical, so they might need the main doctor. That's your choice, though.
Okay, so I guess I'm assuming I have other medical staff.
Just
that I can pass off something.
We've
to
seen how big sick bay is. We've seen how big
Yeah.
sick bay is in Strange New Worlds. I'm assuming that there's at least another doctor or two on staff, plus some nurses.
Yeah. So I'll be like, take over here. I gotta go and pass off things after a minute, and then head down to the bay.
Okay. Do you want to bring any medics and equipment with you? Like I'm guessing that we probably have some beds, like bio beds, to like shuttle people back to sick bay. But just in case.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'll bring like one of the nurse and like a med kit.
Okay.
And we'll roll down there.
Okay, so you roll down there, you get all into the turbolift, you get off. There is chaos everywhere. People sitting on the floor, families, people with minor injuries, some more major injuries, and then you come across the shuttlecraft that the Commodore and everybody came back on, and you do see some medics treating these critically injured civilians, but they obviously need more help than these medics can handle. So what do you do?
All right, so I rush over and I tell the nurse that I brought to like assess one while I look at the other one to decide who needs help first.
Is the nurse doing scans, or are you doing scans?
I would assume we're both doing scans.
Okay, so I'll say the nurse scans the first critically wounded. They have severe lung trauma from a ton of smoke inhalation, and also toxic inhalation from when this platform was falling, and just from all the chemicals coming when like buildings are collapsing. They are in severe respiratory distress. And then the second one, give me a control and medicine check, please, for a total of 15. And you're a medical doctor for a difficulty of 1.
13 and 12.
13 and 12. So that is 2 successes. You gain 1 momentum. So Chris, 4 now.
Yes.
And you do your scan and determine that this person is having a cardiac episode. They also have a collapsed lung, multiple broken bones. What do you do?
All right, well, we're helping this person first. So it sounds like the cardiac episode is probably the most important thing to deal with. We can worry about fixing bones later.
Yes, I would think that's a good call.
So, like, is there like a VFib situation going on here? Or?
Yeah, I would assume that in your typical like medical kit, you have like a, I think it's like the little ding dongs that they just put on. And I'm sorry, I can't think of it, but dongles. Yeah, and then I think you would I think they showed this in the Klingon episode in season 2. The scanner, I think, is used as like a button to do the. So if you wanted, So are you going to do that? Or are you going to use those?
Yeah. I mean, if they're heart stopping, we need to get that going again, and then we can worry about everything else.
Okay. So you apply the 2 defib dongles, and then give me. We're dealing with the heart here, so give me another control and medicine for a 15 for a difficulty of 2. You're an MD though still, so you know what you're doing. You know your way around the body very well.
Okay. I'm probably going to use that 1 momentum I got. All right. Lieutenant Commander.
Got it.
All right, so I'm going to roll 3.
Yep.
And we've got a 13, a 14, and a 4.
Perfect. You generate another momentum, so you basically get that one back. That's nice. So you succeed. The person is no longer in cardiac arrest, so that person is stable. As far as the other person, while they're in critical condition, I think this is something where you could probably transport them to sickbay. So what are your next steps now that you have the person in cardiac distress stable and this other person, you kind of know their symptoms? What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think at this point we're gonna get both of them back to sickbay where we can better deal with more long-term issues that we have to repair. So,
Okay, cool. So
yeah, so we'll get the other nurse and we'll start ferrying them back to the sickbay.
Okay, awesome. Dr. Varel, that is a very good job on your part. And then, okay, let's get back to the rest of you. Where's everybody at? What are you guys doing? Commodore, you gave Lieutenant Hernandez and Ensign Tanan 5 minutes to figure out how they want to maybe use the deflector dish, whether to, or plus Ensign Tanan's telepathy or the radiation. You kind of were throwing around some options. Do you want to say that it's 5 minutes have passed? Do you guys maybe want to have like a very brief, because we are in the last hour here, meeting in the ready room? Play this out. I'm going to let you guys just do your thing, and if you need me, you get me.
I think Commodore sent us over to science, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that they are on the science lab, and I'll be heading back to the bridge.
Okay, so let's do this then. Commodore, you go up to the bridge. You're in the turbo lift. The door's open. Officer on deck says, Commodore on bridge. And, yeah, what would you like to do now that you're on the bridge?
Okay, Commodore on the bridge. So she will sit at her commanding officer chair.
Like a boss.
Like a boss that she is. And she will ping the science lab. Lieutenant Hernandez, update.
We just got there.
You had 4 minutes to figure out something on your way there.
We're working on a theory to try and use the deflector disc to send a ray of the radiation through the... Somebody help me out here.
Are you trying to like deflect it towards the portal to kind of get them
towards
to... Okay.
the portal to try and lure the plant back home.
I just want to ask, Ensign and Lieutenant, is this definitely, because I know there were a couple of other options, this is the option you want to start with?
Well, we didn't get to talk about it.
I know. Well, I know last time we were throwing around that and also the attempt at communication, but I do like what you're heading. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Ensign,
way to
can
go.
you talk to it?
Well, possibly now that it's one giant creature, perhaps I could sense more thought or a more organized sense than the last time, where it was just they were hungry. That was all I could sense. But if we can use the tractor beam, get them to go through the rift that they came through, then maybe we could figure out a way to seal it and then resolve that issue.
Yeah, I assume you meant the deflector dish, yeah? Ensign?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes,
Okay.
I did. The deflector dish.
I'm taking that Lieutenant Kemal is on the helm.
Lieutenant Kamal is at the helm, yes.
Where is Commander Travik at the moment?
Commander Travik, you probably, I would assume you came up to the bridge.
I would assume I went up and went to the weapons.
Tactical.
platform. Yeah.
Ensign, do you want to try that? Do we have the Commodore's approval to do that? To try and communicate?
Let's communicate.
You want? Okay, sorry.
Let's try to communicate first. Before that, Lieutenant Van Jackson, how many survivors do we still have left?
We have 100 remaining.
How long do you need to evacuate them all?
40 minutes, give or take.
That means that we have to distract this thing for 40 minutes because we cannot engage with shields open. Otherwise, the transporters will not function.
If you're saying 40 minutes, then as the GM, I'm going to say that you can try. You have time to attempt one of your options. Because...
Well, it's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes for me to beam up 25,
Yeah.
correct?
Just about,
Okay.
because of the recalibrations. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, if that we are in the final hour and it's 40 minutes to get everybody back up, like, you got to choose whether you're going to try and communicate or if you're going to use the deflector. I think it's got to be one or the other.
Do we still have shuttles coming up with
Yeah,
them?
you still have shuttles. Yeah.
So it might be a little less because you can have people on shuttles along with the transporter.
All right, so push it back to 30.
Still doesn't give you a ton of time.
No, it doesn't.
We can't try to talk to it at the same time as he's transporting people. We're in different.
No matter what, you need to get Challenger down into the
Soup.
the soup, and that is going to cause more interference, and that is probably then going to affect the transporters. So they would need to be to do a full recalibration again, because you're moving the ship that it was already calibrated to.
Plus, I would not go into the soup without shields up. So, and we know Starfleet 101's shields and transporters do not cooperate.
Do we think we could somehow, along with telepathy, utilize the universal translator? Maybe there's a way to communicate in addition to sensing their thoughts?
Are you asking me if that's possible, or are you asking your crew?
A little bit of both,
Okay.
I guess.
I'm going to let Lieutenant Hernandez answer that first, because you did the scans and you have the information. Like what information do you have? Like, do you think you have enough information where that's even possible?
Enough information to communicate through a universal translator telepathically.
Or use the universal translator versus telepathy.
Oh. Ooh. I mean, what? I'm in science. Can I roll to find that out? What do we? Is it communicating? Can I get any more information about these plants from where I'm at?
You have your scans, and I'm going to say at this point, you probably cannot get any more information than you already have.
That's not a whole lot.
No, it's not a whole lot. That's kind of on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, we could try the telepathy and see.
Yeah, what if can you telepathically communicate, like, we're gonna send you home? Because I am confident that we can do this with the deflector disc, but I want to get these people up first.
You could, just throwing this out there, the deflector option you could do without having to communicate with them.
Right.
I guess what do we value more? I'm always of the thought talking it out is best.
Mm-hmm.
But we are, it's crunch time. So.
Commander Travik, you are in tactical.
Yes.
How long do you estimate until the Megazord of plants destroy the pre-warp civilization?
Commander Travik, if you want to get a tactical assessment, I would have you roll a control and security for a difficulty of 2 to scan and see how bad it's going for the Kizomoans.
Well, I'm going to take a chance. Let's roll my 2. Oh, I didn't make it. I got an 18 and a 2.
18 and a 2. Are we in a complication range there? No, luckily we are not. Okay, so you try and scan the liquid layer where the Kizoman's capital city is. Unfortunately, all of the atmospheric disturbances, the lightning, the radiation, a shit ton of debris, you can't get through. What does that look like?
Unable to assess the full extent of the damage on the planet.
And we must assume that they will take roughly the same time that we need to transport the rest of the people. Commander Van Jackson.
Yes, Commodore.
Prepare to start recalibrating your... Yeah, pattern enhancers is that the one.
Aye, Commodore.
Lieutenant Canal, we are going to do some fancy flying.
All right, let's do this.
All right, time out. I'm stoked for fancy flying, but first, I think before you do the fancy flying, you need to decide finally what option you're going with before this, because I'm I'm actually going to introduce a system from the game that I'm not supposed to introduce to the next one, but I like it a lot, so I'm going to introduce it now.
Ooh. I would say that it is going to be fancy flying because we are going to have no shields to allow for Commander Van Jackson to keep beaming people up while we are merging into the debris and liquid layer. And my personal player Faf, out of character, player Faf, my personal vote is to lure the Megazord of plants to the fissure using the deflector dish to mimic the radiation that they are feeding through.
Yeah, I mean, you're the Commodore, so I mean, you could just literally make that order if you want.
I mean, I can, but I want the other players to have an input.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry, you're voting to just use the deflector disc without communicating with it? Or no? Sorry.
Yes, my vote is to, since we only have one option, my vote is to lure them out using the deflector dish to mimic the radiation.
We can do that without flying into the soup, though, right?
Nope. You need to be close enough to
We
be.
have to be close
yeah,
to
yeah.
do
You
that.
need to be in the
Okay.
soup. Yep.
Deflector dish it is.
I know. I wanna talk to it so bad, but I know that we need to save these people more than that.
There's a joke here about deflector dishes and the soup du jour.
You want crackers with that, sir?
Okay, so if that is indeed the option we're going with, yes.
The ensign also hasn't gotten to use his telepathy like this whole time. That's my.
I did in the beginning, but
You did.
Yeah, he got to use it. He used it
I got to use it
on
again.
down below with the VIPs earlier. Yep.
And
Don't
so
worry,
he
I'm giving.
tried-
Don't worry, he's got stuff to do in a second too. Don't worry.
And he did try to communicate with the plants first, right? We did.
Yeah,
we
we
tried
did,
communicating before.
Yeah.
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 Before they were Megazord, yeah.
I love that we're calling it a Megazord. I'm so here for this. Okay, so
So we're gonna try.
if you're
and
doing that, give the order.
Okay, Commodore gives the order. We are going to the soup. Commander Zaxa, we are diving into the liquid layer. You will have to recalibrate your pattern enhancers all the time. I
Aye,
trust
Commodore.
you can deliver.
I Commodore, I can.
And for that, Commander Van Jackson, I am going to get to you. I'm going to save that for the very end. Okay, so I'm introducing a fun new game mechanic, which I think is really cool because I think it really is warranted in this situation. So, you guys, in order to do this, need to complete 3 key tasks, okay, to make this all happen. So, first off, Lieutenant Hernandez, you
Yeah.
need to give your data on the radiation, and I would say that you need to replicate the radiation. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going to have to do a roll for that. Then, in order to get to the next step, you have to succeed at that. Otherwise, there'll be a complication. Okay?
Okay.
If that is successful, key task number 2 will be up to you, Ensign Tanan, since Lieutenant Vijax is on the surface. You're the other engineer. You are going to need to then calibrate the deflector dish with the radiation. Okay? And then, finally, key task number 3 will be where Lieutenant Kamal comes in with his fancy flying. Okay? If all 3 of those succeed, then we can send the radiation burst and see if it's successful. Okay? So, let's do some key tasks. Everybody like this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know that Jesse or Lieutenant Hernandez, you asked for the technobabble stuff, so I'm just going to ask you, what does it look like to you to come up with replicating the I forget what it's called, the gradonic radiation?
I'm not good at technobabble, and those.
That's okay. Make
technobabble
some
pages
shit up.
Did not help.
You could just make some shit up.
I mean, I've got to figure out what it's made of. I've got to break it down into its components and feed it all into the computer
Okay.
and bake it up.
Okay. Do you want to do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Just reading over your character real quick, and I'm seeing how proficient you are, which you have proven you are.
I'm just imagining.
I'm ready to add all the dice.
What are you imagining?
An easy bake oven.
An easy
I went there. Those are pretty rated.
I'm trying to make like a.
Didn't they literally use
lamp.
the easy bake oven chime in Those Old Scientists when Spock was in the lab with Boimler? I swear they did. I swear they did. Okay, so Jesse, you are making your replication of the Gradonic radiation to send over to Ensign Tanan. So give me a control and science. You, I think, have a pretty sufficient amount of data on this radiation because you were at the core. You scanned it beforehand as well.
I scanned it from there, and I scanned it again from the computer, from the ship's computers.
You have a good amount of information. I'm going to say this is for a difficulty of 2.
Difficulty of 2.
Looking for a target of 14.
Yes, Commodore.
Player FF would like to remind player Jesse that Lieutenant Hernandez probably has a determination to spend.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to use one of my determination, which gives me an automatic 1, I believe.
Okay, I'm just looking at your values and your focuses real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing, I'm seeing agriculture, I'm seeing botany, I'm seeing gardening, geology, radiation and physics.
But it's related to plants.
The radiation.
It is related to the plants. I also did the reading. Read what did the reading says. I absorb information quickly, and I know how to put it to good use.
Yeah, that's all very fair.
In addition, I count as having an applicable focus for the task that I am attempting.
Okay.
After the first.
I will allow the determination. But I might be more strict with it later.
I'm also super determined to do this.
You are. You have been you have proven that. So yeah, I'm more inclined to let you do it. Okay. So that means that you already have an automatic
I have an automatic 1.
Which means that that's
means
a
2,
which means it's a success.
Yeah.
So okay. Cool. So you successfully
and we can add 1 momentum to the pool because I used my determination because of my faith of the heart.
I love that. Sweet. Okay, so you get 1 momentum. Jesse, Lieutenant Hernandez, you have your radiation. What do you do?
Yes.
What's your next steps?
Ensign 10, and I'm sending down the information for you to start calibrating the deflector dish.
Lieutenant, working on it now.
All right. Ensign, were you in engineering or were you already at deflector control?
I am at deflector control.
Damn it, I really wanted to make you climb some Jeffrey's tubes. Okay, fine. Okay,
Dexterity roll.
So, Ensign Tanan, you need to recalibrate the deflector to be able to send a burst of this radiation. What does that look like to you? As I look for your character sheet.
So I pull up the schematics on the computer and start the recalibration sequence.
Okay. That's cool. Let's talk this out. I'm just looking at your focuses.
I don't think I have anything I can use determination for, but I think I can use technical expertise because I am using the ship to help me. So that would allow me to re-roll one of my D20s if I choose to.
Okay, do you want to do that, or do you want to have the ship do a roll for you as well? Roll with you as well.
Is that an option? Can I do
that?
It
says that right there for technical expertise. You may re-roll 1 D20 in your pool, or you can allow the ship to. Yeah, because I think the ship is going to help you. I probably should have had the ship help you with this too, Jesse, but I didn't. So sorry. But yeah, you did it anyway, so you were good. I am going to have the ship do a dice roll for you as well. I am going to make this a difficulty of 3 because you are not the chief engineer and you are a little bit out of your depth here, I would say. Like, you're doing something pretty... are you raising your hand, Commodore?
How does the assist action work?
So, in a situation like this, as the ship, either I can roll for the ship or one of you guys can roll for the ship. It's totally up to you. So, like, I'm making this a difficulty of 3 for Ensign Tanan. It would be a control and engineering for a total of 15, and he can have the ship roll a dice, no matter what, and that would be I would say, computers and engineering for a total of 10.
Am I able to use a momentum? I think we have.
You could totally use momentum.
Is everybody cool with me using one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to use one so I could roll 3.
Okay.
Got it.
Awesome. Yeah, so you're looking for a 15, and I'm going to roll for the ship as long as everybody's cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay,
All right,
so
here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is bad.
Oh,
I got an 8. Good. And then I got a 19 and a 20.
Oh no!
I think I just blew up the ship.
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no. Okay.
Oh shit.
Well, wait. Can I re-roll the 20 at least?
It says
Oh wait.
It says, or you can. Give me a second. Give me 1 second.
Because did the ship get under 10?
No, the ship rolled a perfect 10. It rolled a 10.
Okay, so that's good, right?
2 successes, but you
Okay.
needed a third.
So if I re-rolled a 20 as my technical expertise,
I'm debating whether I should let you do that because you decided to have the ship roll because it was an or. But
no, because it says he may re-roll 1 d20, or he may allow the ship to re-roll its d20.
Oh, got it. Yeah. So yes, you can absolutely re-roll your 20.
Okay, I'm re-rolling the 20.
Whew.
I still have that 19 though, but
Yeah. You're that's definitely in the complication range. So
18. I'd screwed. We screwed.
Could
I'm burning these dice.
could either Commodore Xen or Commander Travix rush to assist the poor ensign?
Wait, why can't he use his determination?
just because nothing really applies to
Yeah.
let's talk this out, empathy, subconscious, real final frontier, clear communication, deep space communications technology doesn't really apply here. Starship protocol, maybe, but not really. Shipboard tactical systems, that's like torpedoes and phasers. Subspace pathways, that's not what we're dealing with here. Universal translator psychology, it doesn't really apply. But don't worry, I'm going to give you a complication, but you do get to try again. I was wrong that like you can attempt it again, but I'm going to give a complication. So, as you try to attempt to tinker and recalibrate the deflector, you hit a critical error snag, and by doing this, accidentally drain power from life support. And now
Warning. Life support
life
failure
support
on all
is
decks.
failing on the ship, and you should probably report that to the Commodore.
Commodore, come in.
Xen here.
Commodore, I've hit a snag with the recalibration of the deflector. I've inadvertently diverted power from life support, and now life support is failing.
Well, now your first task is to get life support back online, Ensign.
Yeah, so I would agree that you probably need to do that before you attempt your roll to do the recalibration again. So
Then Jax is down on the planet. I have some pretty cool engineering know-how.
do you want to rush
Can
to
I
deflector
help?
control to go help him?
I finished with my thing,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'll go through the Jeffrey stew.
All right, so Lieutenant Hernandez rushes like holy hell up the Jeffries tube. I really wanted to do that. Thank you. To deflector control. What does that look like to you guys?
Lieutenant, we've hit a snag with the recalibration. I hit a button, and I've inadvertently...
Hit a button.
I've inadvertently...
Like Riker butt dialed it, probably.
I've inadvertently messed with life support, and life support is now failing across the ship.
All right, well, let's get this fixed.
How do you want to help here?
I mean, I'm going to try and get life support back up. I'm going to get on the computers and, move some chips around and divert power to the life support.
All right, so I would probably have, even though this is his mess up, he still has, I think, the better engineering rolls, but you could roll a dice to assist him if you want to do that.
Okay.
So let's say, if you guys want to role play like how you're cross-wiring systems and making sure everybody can still breathe, that's up to you. But I'm ready if you guys want to roll. But if you want to role play it, let me know.
I'm on the computers. I'm tip-tapping and...
Lieutenant, I think I figured out what button I've hit.
Okay.
And I think we can... I think I'm able to recalibrate and get life support back online.
Awesome.
All right. This is just so good. I'm not going to be mean here. If you could roll a control and engineering for a target of 15 with a difficulty of 2, and if you want to assist with another dice, Jesse, it's a control and engineering for you as well for a total of 12.
Okay. So when I'm helping, I only roll one die. Sorry. You did it?
I got
yeah,
it.
you would only roll one die. But still roll it because you guys can get a momentum.
I got a 5 and a 1.
Oh, so
Redemption.
you get a momentum.
Nice.
I got a 10, so I did it.
Okay, you did
I fixed it.
Cool.
I fixed it, Lieutenant.
You should probably let the Commodore know.
Yeah.
Commodore, this
Commodore
is
life support's back up.
Life support is back online.
Good. Now recalibrate the deflector dish, Ensign.
On it.
Dude, she's pissed.
That would have been 2 momentums though, because they got the 1 and then it succeeded with more than 1.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, 2.
Those 2.
One more momentum.
I think I'm definitely inappropriately laughing at this at the con. Like,
I think your character like everything I've read about this character, I think would be like laughing.
Yeah, like I'm just like, what?
I believe I'm getting transferred after this mission is over.
And I can just picture me just shaking, just put with my head on the console, the portable console on the planet, just shaking my head.
You guys don't know what I have planned for when we start the next adventure. This is probably going to come up. It's kind of great. Okay, so Ensign, and this is actually good because Lieutenant Hernandez, you're with him at this point, so you can assist him this time.
Yes.
We're going for that control and engineering at a 15 and a difficulty. I'm almost debating making the difficulty higher because you fucked it up the first time.
Does the assist look like you smack his hand away from the button when he gets near it?
Just get out of my way. I got this.
A difficulty of 15, difficulty of 3, and you can assist Lieutenant Hernandez. You're looking at a 12 again.
Okay.
Could I use I'd like to use a momentum since we've generated. Able to do that?
And I could also roll as the ship again.
I have a question. Just because I'm helping, but when I'm attempting a task with engineering, I can buy an extra free D20. Can I do that when I'm helping?
No, I don't think you can. I think not with an assist. No.
Okay.
But you spent momentum, so you have 3. We have 1 from Lieutenant Hernandez, and you have 1 for the ship, and I'm rolling a 10. Okay, everybody ready?
Yep.
Woo, okay.
5.
I got a 9, a 5, and a 17.
Yes.
Oh, there he is.
3, so that's 3 successes. There's 2 from you, 1 from Lieutenant Hernandez.
Yep.
You got it. The ship failed. I rolled a 13, so by the
we did it.
skin of your teeth. All right, so deflector control has been recalibrated. The granonic radiation is loaded into there. What does that look like to you guys? You need to report that probably.
Commodore, come in.
Stand here.
Commodore, Lieutenant and I were able to successfully load the radiation into the deflector dish, and we're ready to move into the soup.
The soup, Ensign?
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, Commodore, I heard you mention it once before. Please don't transfer me.
This is amazing. I am loving this.
You just killed half the crew.
Yeah, no wonder the ship rolled poorly. It's because they were all starved for air.
Oh my god.
Copy that, Ensign. Report back to the bridge. Lieutenant, you chill.
Yes.
You chill.
On our way.
Wait, did you say you too or you chill?
You too,
too.
I think.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you chill. I'm like, okay.
No, I want everybody on the bridge.
Everybody on the
Crazy?
bridge is a good call.
Wait, can I have permission to watch the deflector dish and keep an eye on everything, double check, make sure that nothing gets, butt dialed or anything?
I would think that Lieutenant, the Commander Travik would have the controls on the deflector dish from the bridge.
I would actually say that once Ensign Tanan comes up, if we're going just by department, he'd take the engineering station and monitor from there. So,
Okay.
but you can come to the bridge and take the science station if you want.
Okay.
As long as the Commodore makes that decision.
Yeah, as long as I can keep an eye and, scan the plant a couple more times and see if anything changes. I can do that from science. Somebody's got to make sure that the plant is following the beams and make sure that it does what we wanted it to do.
TikTok.
I'll
TikTok.
give you that to you, Lieutenant.
Thanks, Commodore.
Lieutenant
I can do
Kemal,
that for
ready
my
for
science.
flying?
Got the need for speed.
Hell yeah.
Let's...
And a lot of maneuvering, apparently.
Oh yeah.
Let's
What's
do
your
this.
What's your go command, Commodore?
I don't have the fancy flying, warp me,
That's
engage.
fine. We'll get
Just
one.
gonna
We'll
have to
come
try
up with
some out
Whatever.
until you get
yeah,
the right
try
one.
some out. All right. I would just as a GM recommendation, probably want to go to red alert.
I was thinking yellow alert, but red alert would make sense to me.
Good, because I really wanted to press the button. Okay, Lieutenant Kamal, you're up. You got the need for speed. You are in orbit. You need to get a Constitution class vessel through a shit ton of atmospheric radiation, gaseous anomalies, and fuck tons of debris. What does this look like to you?
It sounds like some fancy flying.
Sure does.
I think for the most part, we are going to push it to the max and probably do some crazy stunts getting there. So if we're flying through a lot of debris, and this is a combination of thruster action going on here, along with probably impulse.
Impulse and thrusters. I'd probably lean more heavily on your thrusters.
Yeah, I don't know how controlled we need to be.
Yeah, I would say thrusters are a very good bet here. Like Jean-Luc going through that old minefield / the asteroids in Picard season 3. Okay, so if you are doing this kind of fancy flying, one, I will absolutely say right now, you could use a determination here because you have all of the things that go with this kind of daring maneuver. I will also say that it's a difficulty of 2 for you because this is just by this character sheet, what you do. You were born. So he was born on a planet that couldn't use transporters because of radiation. So learned how to be a shuttle pilot, from early on. So this dude's a damn good pilot. I'm going to say that your role is a daring and con for a total of 15, difficulty of 2.
Are you...
And yes, I can assist.
Well, no, what I was going to ask
is,
would you say the difficulty is where it is because of environmental issues?
I would normally say that it would be more difficult for any other pilot, but just judging, it would probably be a 3 or a 4, but just everything off your character sheet that I've read, it's you've done this type of shit millions of times.
Because I'm trying to use that ability / talent.
All right, so it's a difficulty of 3. Difficulty of 3.
So, okay, so in that case, I'm going to use push the limits.
Okay.
Which, when I attempt a con task that has an increased difficulty due to environmental conditions, I may add 1 threat to ignore the difficulty increase.
But do you want to do that?
Yes.
You want to give me threat?
I want to. We got to do some fancy flying here.
But you realize that you're giving me threat that I can then throw like obstacles at you.
All right. Well, I don't want to metagame here, but
No. Go ahead. No, I want to know
this
your thinking.
seems like a situation where we have to press our luck.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is in line with it. And
Okay, I'm just letting you know that if you do this, I am going to immediately spend that threat after your roll.
I mean, Commodore.
Could I spend 1 momentum and select one ally on the bridge who immediately attempts a single major action, and I assist them by rolling 1d20 with my control and command?
Yes, absolutely.
It's
That's what you're there for. So basically,
direct the fancy flying.
you could direct the fancy flying and roll. Simon rolls and the ship rolls for a difficulty of 3. But do you want to use the push the limits as well?
Well, all right. I guess not. If you're not actually increasing difficulty to the environment on me, then I guess there's no use for it.
That's the thing. Like, this is just such like a, especially because you grew up on a world with radiation. Like, this is like up your alley. Like, I'm not trying to like
nothing.
toot the character's horn, but this is like what you do. So,
All right.
yeah, I'm still spending threat. Don't worry. So Commodore, so you have 2 dice. Lieutenant Kamal, Commodore, you have a dice. What was for your help, for your direction, Commodore?
She will start shouting maneuver patterns.
Okay.
To go to the atmosphere layers.
Okay, cool. And what's
go
your
from
role
there.
to help him? Control and con or control and command?
Control and command.
Okay, so
I am using the direct action.
Okay.
All right.
So
So you're going to spend a momentum.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a momentum.
So spend that momentum, and then you're going to roll try and roll for a 16. Simon, you are going for I'm doing daring because this is a very daring maneuver. Daring and con for a 15. Difficulty of, do you want me to keep it at a 3, or am I doing a 2 since you're not using your thing? I'm doing the 2.
Originally doing the 2.
I'm doing the 2. And then the ship is going to roll a engines and con for a 10. Okay, everybody ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I got a 6.
I have a 5 and a 16.
That's perfect. Your target was a 16, so you succeed. The ship, once again, is not happy with you guys and rolled an 18. But I don't think the assisting dice gives a complication, so you're lucky. Okay, so congrats. You were successful, but environmental effects and narrative changes. This is an environmental effect, so I don't have to spend 2. I have to just spend 1. I am going to spend 1. As you are doing your fancy flying that you did succeed very well at, by the way. Congratulations. A massive chunk from the earlier falling platform is heading straight for the Challenger, which currently has shields down, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
More flying.
What do you do as this massive chunk of Cressida is coming right at you?
Oh, we're pulling a crazy maneuver the inertial dampeners can't even handle.
Do you want to? There's that option. There's the tactical options.
Somebody want to shoot it?
I would say phasers.
Commander Thravik?
We can do that.
All right.
And I have precision that I can use because I know my systems.
You sure do.
So if I have a bad roll, I can re-roll a die.
Sweet. Okay, so are you so what does this look like to you as you try to do this?
I'm gonna target in and try and blow up the chunk.
Do you want to give the order, Commodore?
Fire.
Well, thank you. Okay, so give me a control and security. I'll also roll the ship for a 15 for you, Rebecca. Difficulty of, let's say, 2. And the ship is rolling a weapons and security for a 10. Sweet. I rolled a 2.
I got an 11 and a 3.
Okay.
So I got it.
You successfully hit the massive chunk of Cressida. It explodes into a bunch of just little pieces that are going to just harmlessly bounce off the hull. So there you go. All right. So
Could Commodore put Lieutenant Commander Van Zaxa and Commander Travik in contact? So when Lieutenant Commander Van Zaxa is ready to beam up, Lieutenant Commander Travik would lower the shield so that people could beam up and then get the shields up again. So we
didn't you decide not
safely.
to do shields so people could continue to beam up? Wasn't that your decision?
But
okay.
we have 10 minutes interval between beam up because Commander Van Zaxa needs to recalibrate the shields. We could use the shield, the pattern enhancers. We could use shields between those beam up intervals.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that then. Yeah, that's fine. So are shields up right now then?
Yeah, we'll say shields up. Lieutenant Van Zaxa, when you are ready to beam people up, give us the word. We lower the shields. People beam in. We go back, shields back up.
Hi, Commodore.
Okay, so as that's happening, Lieutenant Kamal is having the time of his life piloting Challenger through all of the soup and the debris. He is loving it. He probably has a shit-eating grin on his face right now, as he actually does. Finally, Challenger gets into position near this fluidic layer that the Kizomians live on, and between that and the giant tear in space that is sucking up Cressida. We are here now. What does it look like for you guys? What do you do next?
I'm going to check the position of the plant, make sure it's still where it was last time we were.
You're going to try, you just want to do a quick scan?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a quick control and science for 14. You're in range, I would say difficulty 1. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
One of them is a 14.
Okay, what was...
The other one's a 20.
Oh, shit.
Can I use backup plans for her so we can gain a momentum since the task was failed?
You sure can.
Well, I passed the task, right?
What was your target? It was...
15, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
So I passed it.
Oh, all right, good.
It was a 14, and you rolled a 14. So yeah, at a difficulty 1. So you do pass, but as we determined last game, no matter whether it's a success, the success does happen, but there's going to be another complication. Okay, so you succeed, you scan. Yes, the Bryozoan terror is still wreaking havoc on Main Street of... I just say Main Street because the book said Main Street and I like it. Of the Kizoman's capital city. Ooh. As you are scanning it, it notices and turns its attention onto Challenger. So,
Lieutenant, talk about a lemonade.
Quick question.
yep.
So, now that it's turned attention to us, is there any way I could try my telepathy since it's coming towards us, or...
That's the Commodore's decision. You guys don't have a lot of time. I'm not trying to like overcomplicate the situation here. This thing is just looking at you. It noticed. I'm not saying anything necessarily bad is going to happen, but it definitely, because of the scan, it has your attention now, or you have its attention.
I think if we're going to follow the Commodore's orders, we should probably try and get that deflector dish running now.
I would
Totally
do a 150 here since we have their attention now. Let's try to see if they can understand us and we can try to make some diplomacy here. Commander Travik, have the deflector dish back on the backup, just in case.
All right.
Okay. Ensign Tanan, Betazoid telepathy. Remember, this isn't like full-on telepathy. It's more feelings and, like empathy, stuff like that. What does this look like to you? And then I'll give you a roll.
Well, now that it's the Megazord plant, I want to be able to see what it's feeling at this point. Is it still hungry? Is it scared? Is it just lashing out? Maybe that'll give us an idea. Well, then, we know if it's like confused or wants to go home, then we know the deflector dish option to try to lure it back is the way to go.
Okay, let's do some Betazoid shit. Let's do... I would say, to make it dramatic, you might want to, like, walk up, go to, like, the view screen, and, like, you know... What does this look like to you as you're about to reach out to these guys?
So I move from the engineering station to right in front of the deflector screen, and kind of reach out.
Okay.
With my hand.
I want to give you as much of an opportunity to succeed at this. I know that last time we did telepathy, we did insight, but because this, I think, would take a lot more control and you're very unfamiliar, we're going to use control. Just because you guys don't have any information on how these guys communicate, I am going to make it a difficulty of 4.
Can anybody help him?
Can I use my determination now, since this is basically my...
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So if I have perfect opportunity, that'll give me 2 successes.
Okay.
Plus momentum because of that.
Okay.
Okay, so if I use momentum, that'll give me 3 dice. I'll use one of those dice as the 1, so I'll get 2 successes.
Okay.
And then basically my other 2 I gotta hit the other 2.
You do, and that's a 13.
Here we go. Damn it. 7 and 14.
And you
So
missed it by 1?
Missed it by 1.
Okay. So yeah, no complications. You reach out, but you just get absolutely nothing back from the massive Bryozoan. I won't, because you didn't roll a complication, I won't make it more difficult. Nothing really happens. It still has, like, you still have its attention, but yeah, you get absolutely nothing from it. By the way, I earlier said that you guys would only have one of these options because time is ticking. I'll be nice because that happened very quickly, but the planet has minutes and we got to do one more roll for the cargo bay transporter, the two pattern enhancers down. We got to do that all. So minutes are left on Cressida. So what's next, guys?
Well, what's next is to finish evacuation. That's what we're here for.
Well, do you still want to do do you want to save the Kizomoans? Do you want to do I'm saying that I'm letting you guys try the other thing if you'd like.
Oh,
the deflector dish?
We should do the deflector if he's letting us do that.
Well,
Yeah.
then, yes.
If we can try that, then I think we should. Because that would help the people that were not evacuated.
All right. How does this look for you guys?
Well, I would say that since we have the Megazord attention, we will get the deflector dish, just do a pulse of radiation, just say, hi, we have food. And then I'm imagining kind of like shepherding the planes if it start following Challenger. That's what I'm thinking.
All right, so if you're going to do a pulse, Edson Tanan, you're doing a control and engineering for a 15. And Lieutenant Hernandez, again, if you'd like, because you have engineering and you're, in this project with him, you can absolutely assist. Because you're just doing a quick pulse, I'll make a pulse pretty easy, difficulty at 2.
Okay.
So
9 and 10 here.
That 20 is going in dice jail.
You said a 9 and a 10?
Yep.
And then, sorry, Lieutenant Hernandez, I didn't give you your roll.
Okay.
You are looking at a control and engineering as well for a 12. 1 dice.
That's a 6.
Okay, cool. So you succeed. The pulse hits the tear in space that's eating Cressida, and much to your guys' delight, the Bryozoan terror no longer has its attention on you, but on that rift.
Excellent.
What does it look like? What's next?
Well, now that we have the attention on the rift, we are going to do a beam of radiation getting the plants to the rift.
Sustained pulse? Like a sustained
pulse, and we are taking Challenger away from the city. So I think it's more flames flying from there.
Okay, cool. So we have some roles to do here. Ensign Tanan, Lieutenant Hernandez, you can work together on this. That's going to be another, if you're doing a sustained pulse, control and engineering for a 15 and a difficulty of 3, and I think 12 again for you, Lieutenant Hernandez. Yeah. And the ship is going to assist on this. I should have done it the first time. I'm sorry. Simon, I'll have you roll in a minute. Okay, so you guys roll, and I'm doing I would say computers and engineering for a 10. Cool? All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Rolled a 9.
13 and a 4.
So we're good. What'd you roll, Lieutenant Hernandez?
I got a 13, so I didn't.
Okay,
I needed
but
a 12.
between you and the ship, we got it. So the pulse is good. Now, Lieutenant Kamal, I need you. What does this look like to you? You need to keep the pulse steady on this rift that's eating Cressida. So I need you to do some fancy flying, keeping Challenger steady and going towards that. So what does that look like for you?
Because I can do that really well.
Yeah, I think you could do that really well. Yeah, I'd say this isn't even a daring. Control and con for a 14.
So maybe this looks like some sort of roll.
Like a roll with some thruster types of deals? Yeah, you just want to roll the ship, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. You're that cocky pilot. I like it.
Well, yeah, maybe we're avoiding stuff by doing that.
All right, so 14 for you and a 10 for me. Difficulty of 1.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
I have a 10 and a 10.
Cool. You get 1 momentum.
Nice.
Okay, so the pulse is pulsing. It is hitting the rift in space. Lieutenant Kamal is just like unabashedly having the time of his life. And again, much to your pleasure, the Bryozoans start to leave the capital city of Kismoa and head towards the rift. As the pulse sustains, the giant Bryozoan splits into the many little ones that you saw earlier, and they go through the rift. Okay? So they are gone. The rift does not close. And Cressida is minutes away from falling. So we are in the end game. We are going to do one more round of rolls for survivors. So to
All right,
you,
I'm going to Tokyo drift and swing the ship around.
do you want to do that? You can. No, really. Do you want to do that?
Do it.
I mean, yeah, of
Okay.
course I do. I want to do
Tokyo drift
anything that
this shit.
looks cool.
Are you going to
I'm
like
here
try
to
and get
fly.
like as like low to the platform as possible?
Oh, yeah.
So shuttles can get in quicker.
No, absolutely. I mean,
Yes, let's do that.
yeah. If we're still got shuttles coming up, then yes.
Commodore, you want to give that order?
I mean, honestly, I'd like to just park the cargo bay of the ship right at the edge.
I can't let.
No.
Too much shit's going on.
It's
I can't
too
let
late
you
for
do that.
But let's make it the easiest for Lieutenant Commander Jackson, while our good Lieutenant Hernandez and our Lieutenant go together with Commander Travik to see how we can seal the rift.
Okay, cool.
Divide and conquer here, folks.
Hi, Commodore.
All right, so Simon, because you're doing this is ballsy. So even though I'm giving you some easy rolls, I'm not going to give you a 1 on this. You're getting this thing pretty close to the surface. Give you a daring and con for a difficulty of 2, and I'll help you with a 10 for the ship again.
And I will assist because I like the style, so I will assist.
Okay,
And I have a focus on help operations, so
sweet. You're looking then for 1 dice, Commodore.
To assist, and then
That would be also a daring and con for a 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay?
okay.
All right. Oh, ship did not succeed. 17.
shouldn't have told me that.
Sorry.
I have a 10 and a 12.
Sweet.
10.
All right. God, I hate this cocky pilot. But no, I love it. I love the cocky pilot bullshit. Think about the coolest action scene. You see it in a movie. Lieutenant Kamal, what does doing this crazy ass maneuver look like to you?
Oh, I mean, I think it's a spectacle, right? Like, people aren't used to seeing a starship this close. So it's also just terrifying and cool that this thing, like, whips around and, approaches them to a point where they're like, oh my God, it's just going to smash into us. This is it. This is how we die. We thought we were just going to crash into the planet, but no, the ship is just going to run into us. But like, just kind of like whip it around, and hold it steady, like at the last sort of second there.
Yeah. Cool. I love this. So this is great because shuttles are able to now come and go very easily. I'm going to basically, Lieutenant Venjaxa, I'm going to have you do one more roll at the pattern enhancer that you're at now. So we've had these at a difficulty of 3 the whole time. Even though the ship's right there, I'm keeping it at that because of all the atmospheric disturbances, and the rift is still there. And now actually Challenger's closer to the rift, so that's interfering a lot. So if you can give me one more transport roll for a control and engineering target of 15 for a difficulty of 3, please, for that platform.
Commander, lower the shields.
Lowered. Ready to go.
11 and 18.
11 and 18?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a complication. You don't succeed? Oh, you just rolled 2 dice.
Yeah, because you said it was difficulty of 3.
Yeah.
We did have to spend a momentum to get another die.
How many momentum do you have? None?
2.
You don't have any fancy skills to make you do like engineering.
Oh no! Listen, I mean, if you didn't want to be, this might end up being a smart decision because there's still 2 more platforms that we have to roll for. So, okay. So, unfortunately, these people attempt to transport up, and unfortunately, they never make it up. The too much interference. Luckily it's not like a motion picture where they like get deformed. Just because of all the interference, the pattern, the signal is lost mid transport. So these 25 do not make it through. Okay. I would say contact who's running the next one. The other platform. I think you left some probably like ensigns over there.
Ensign, let me know when you're ready to initiate the next transport.
Ready over here, sir.
All right, here we go.
All right, do you want to spend any momentum on this one?
Yes, I'm going to spend 1.
Okay,
that'll
so
leave us with 1.
Same thing, 15.
He failed in action. Could we get... does my backup plan work?
Do you get to use it more than once?
It doesn't say.
I'm going to say
I can,
no,
I can.
because you already
Okay.
used it in the scene, so I'm going to say no.
Okay.
What's up, Commodore?
Just I'm seeing here, when Xen succeeds at a task that she purchases 1 or more D20s by spending a momentum, she generates 1 bonus momentum for each D20 purchased. And I believe when I use direct, I spend 1 momentum, so we should have 1 more momentum on the pool.
Okay, cool. But also, I fucked up and forgot to tell you that we are in a new scene, which is ending the evacuation. So you also lose 1. That's my bad for not being on top of that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But
Are we ready?
Yeah, you saw. So yeah, but you're still buying a dice, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so
Leaves us with 1.
yeah, so 3 dice and 15.
5, 10, and 8.
Sweet. Okay, so next 25 go up without a hitch, and then your last job here is to contact the civilian who's been running the Cressida's transporter that's been transported to the cargo bay to do their final transport.
Cressida civilian, this is Lieutenant Commander Burke Venjaxa of the Challenger.
Commander Venjaxa, this is random generic guy number 1. Everything's fine down here, ready to transport.
Okay, I'm ready to initiate over here.
Same thing, same roll. Do you guys have any momentum left?
We have 1 left.
I would spend it. This is
All right.
the end of the adventure, so.
All right, spend it. 14, 15, 7.
That's it. Boom. So the next 20, I think that's actually more like 30 or 40 that go up there, plus the shuttles. You got the rest 100 minus 25. So you got 75 of the last up. And that, my friends, is the end of the adventure. And as this all happens and as Challenger completes the evacuation, Cressida gets enveloped finally into the rift. And as this happens, you guys don't need to do any science because the rift closes. And that is the end of it. So roughly 3 hours after you first arrived in the skies of Kizomic 6, the remaining superstructure of the floating mining city of Cressida finally fails. Buildings, domes, and the worldly possessions of over 600 people. Definitely the worldly possessions, by the way, because Xen was like, fuck that noise. Begin a final four towards the crushing gravitational depths of the gas giant and into the rift. Which, again, fails. So, out of 600, you guys got 574. So that is a damn big success. Congratulations. You did it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Congrats,
now
guys.
to put a report to Starfleet Command.
Yep.
I mean, we could write a
Coffee.
paper about the plant.
I'm looking for high fives on the bridge right now.
A random ensign who you're friends with walks over and whispers in your ear and you do a little fist bump.
Lieutenant, let's get out of here. Set a course for Starbase 343.
Aye, aye.
Once we clear the gravitational well, we'll go to Warp 5.